Your SMS marketing is about to change forever with GoHighLevel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through setting up your phone system in GoHighLevel so you can send text messages, use SMS marketing strategies to grow your business, then to use GoHighLevel automations to get all of your time back. That way you can build a system, set it, and forget it. Let's jump right in. So this is what we're going to be covering in today's video. Number one, setting up your phone system in GoHighLevel. That's making sure you have a phone number, you can send text messages, and the whole 9 yards. Number two, how to send text messages in HighLevel, whether that be a single text message or a bulk campaign. Number three, SMS strategy. This is going to be going over how to actually write text messages so you don't freak people out. A lot of people make so many mistakes with this. And then some huge pro tips that are going to save you so much stress and really help boost your marketing with SMS. Number four, SMS automations is probably one of the most valuable parts of this video. How to use automations inside of GoHighLevel so you can get all of your time back. The set it and forget it approach. Because the thing is a lot of you guys aren't using automations the way you should be, especially with SMS. And in this video, I'm going to cover that so you can build out a system so you don't have to keep doing the work and then the system does the work for you and you get paid for said system. And then number five, which is the most unsexy part of this entire video, which is compliance, which is boring as hell, but you need to know it. And it's my ethical obligation to tell you about it so you know the pitfalls of SMS marketing and just SMS in general online. So let's start with number one, which is setting up your phone system in GoHighLevel. So to set up your phone system in HighLevel, you're just going to come to agency view and you're going to come right down to settings and you're going to click phone integration. If you already have this set up, just let's breeze through this because it's so quick. So when you come in here, because this is already set up, there will be a button that says move all sub accounts to LC phone. You just need to click that and then enable it, and then you'll be good to go. And it will basically enable this across your entire account. See, what it used to be is it used to be Twilio, which is what I don't recommend. And for those of you who use Twilio, you have to contact HighLevel and have Twilio be put into your account. You can't really do it manually. For LC Phone, it's already default on your GoHighLevel. It's cheaper, it's better. Just please use it. It's so much simpler. Twilio barely has any support and it's very complicated. For those of you who don't know, it was just a third-party provider that used to plug into HighLevel. They have LC Phone, which actually is Twilio. It's just white label. But we're not going to get into that. LC Phone, much easier, and it's the native phone number on GoHighLevel. So I recommend just use that. It's already set up. Once you click this one button, you just come here, you click enable it for all sub accounts, and then LC Phone is already set up for the entire account and you're done. So you probably already have this set up, but if you don't, this is how you would set it up. You would just come to agency view, come to settings, come to phone integration, and enable that right here through sub account settings. And then your phone system is set up across the board. And now we're ready to jump into actually getting your phone number. So once you have that system set up, you actually have to go into a sub account and get a number. If you already have a number, just quickly breeze through this part. But if you don't have a number, you're going to come into your sub account, go right down to settings and come into phone numbers. Then all you're going to do is click add number and you're going to click add phone number used for SMS and calls. You can get a toll-free number, which is a 1-800 number. So that's for hitting everyone. And then a local number, which is your local area code. If you're doing more intimate stuff for businesses, local wins every day. It's just much harder to get A2P verified. And then toll-free is great if you're trying to get A2P verified fast, but you're just trying to hit everyone in a giant area. The first thing you're going to want to do is filter your results. So you can leave all of this checked. You're going to want to pick which one you want, local or toll-free, leave that checked. And then what I like to do, if you're doing local, okay, if you're doing toll-free, you can just click apply. Local, you're going to come right in here and you're going to do first part of the number and you're going to put in your area code right here. Okay. Very, very important. So we're going to do 540. Okay. And we're going to click apply. Perfect. Okay. You want to find the exact location of where you're at. So once you have it and you're like, okay, Stafford, we're good. You have it. All you do is then click this button. And again, make sure you find the exact one you want in your exact location. You find it and you're just going to click proceed to buy. Okay. Boom, look at that. We now have a phone number. It's that easy and it only costs $1. We're going to get to A2P verification in right a sec, but right in here, you will see your phone number and actually all of your phone numbers in here. You can click the info about the number. You can make your default number if you have multiple. You can edit it and then you can delete it. So these phone numbers, once you buy them, you can immediately make calls from them, but you can't send text messages because they have to be A2P 10DLC registered. You have to get A2P verified to send text messages. This is the law. There's no way around it. Okay, this is just what you got to do. So you can click start now, or you can come to Trust Center and do it through here. So all this does is verify your phone number and you're just going to click start registering now and you're going to follow the steps. I have a complete full video on my channel to this. The reason I'm not going into this video is this is a whole operation. And in that video, I walk you through step by step how to get verified. And I've had a really high success rate with my video. It's gotten a lot of people verified. So please check that. It's on my channel. You can just look up HTTP verification. It'll be amazing. But that's how you get this HTTP verified so you can send text messages. And one little note about HTTP verification, back in the day, you could just get phone numbers and just start blasting people. Now you can't. So the first thing is, yes, it's much harder to do and it's more annoying because you have to get verified to send text messages. But the good part is it means way less people can get verified, which means it's that much more valuable. And by the way, this is not just a GoHighLevel thing. This is T-Mobile, AT&T, any business line has to be A2P 10DLC verified. That is the FTC government making you do this. So you have to. But the idea is that with this, it becomes more rare. So if you can follow my video, which is relatively simple, and get verified, you now have something that's that much more powerful and that much more sticky that your clients don't want to leave you. So it's still extremely valuable to get HTTP verified. So please watch that video and then get your number set. Now that you have your phone system set up, let's really get into the core part of this video, which is sending text message strategies and all that other amazing stuff. So the first thing I want to show you is just how to send a text message. So you're going to come to GoHighLevel. You're going to come right into contacts if they have not started a conversation with you yet. Okay. You're going to find the exact content you want. Okay. This one right here. Pick the exact phone number you want right here, the one we just bought. Type in your text message, pick how you want to send it, put in the action, which is just shown tracking. So it'd just be SMS1 and click send SMS. That is the fastest way to send an SMS. That will send an SMS in GoHighLevel to that contact. Or you can click all of the contacts with phone numbers, click this right here, send SMS, and do a bulk SMS to all of them following the exact same procedure. So that is how you would send text messages in GoHighLevel. Now, once people start texting back and forth with you, it will then be shown up in the conversations tab. This is where you see all of your conversations. It will be right in here. So when you send a text to contacts, it pops up here, and then you can use the app to manually go back and forth, or sneak peek to later in the video, use an AI chatbot to take all the work away from you. But that's where you will see your messages. Now that's how you send just single messages and blasts. But what if you want to create like templates and things that you can use again and again? Well, they're called snippets. So let me show you how to do that. This is really important part. Please pay very close attention because this is how you'll save a lot of time by using this with automations and a lot of other stuff. So right in here under snippets, this will be text message templates. You're going to access them in here. So what you're going to do is you're just going to come to snippets and you're going to click add snippet and you're going to click add text snippet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to call this test 3. Okay, and we're going to do this is a test. Please put in your actual name, put in the body of the message you want to send right here. Because remember, this is the text message. Okay, and then you're done. And you can add any sort of file or stuff like this. Right here, you see the cost associated. Then we're going to click save. So now what we have is test 3. We now have said snippet. Now this is really cool because we're going to use this heavily in automations, which I'm going to get to later, but you can use this all over the place. So if we come back into contacts, okay, and we want to use this, we could click all of these and we could click this right here. Okay, we could click OK, proceed. We'll pick the exact phone number we want. But instead of putting a random message and having to type it every time, we can click SMS templates and we can click test 3. Boom. And now it pops up. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be incredibly important for automations later in the video. So make sure you understand this because this is how you're going to set it and forget it. You have to use templates. You can't manually create it every time. Then from there, you pick the template, you pick how you want to send it, send all at once, send a drip mode. We're going to get in that a little bit later in the video so you quite understand. And then you click send SMS and you're done. Okay. You can also come into conversations when you're having a good old little chat with somebody and here and click SMS, just like you see right here, and click insert snippet. And boom, you can now pick the snippet and it will send. So this is a really good way to use text messages because it will save you a lot of time, but it will also help you with automations. So that's how you send text messages and create them. It's as simple as that. Again, quick recap, just so you make sure to first send the message, you come in here, you find the contact, you're going to click SMS, fill in your message and send, and then carry on the conversation. That way you know exactly how to send text messages in GoHighLevel. But now that you understand the basics, I want to go over some strategy so this makes sense to you and actually how to create messages. Because what a lot of people do is they come in and then they start blasting everyone once they get HTTP verified with the worst messages. I mean, they take email marketing and just apply it onto this. Horrible idea. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're using text message marketing for text message marketing and email marketing for email marketing because text message marketing is way different. So here are 3 really big tips and guidelines to follow to have high quality SMS marketing and not to have people hate you. Number 1, short and clear. Write messages under 160 characters using simple words. Okay. People go so in depth and they make these massive text messages. Number one, that's going to cost you more money. Number two, no one likes long text messages. It actually freaks people out because they either think it's politics or a scammer, because that's what they usually do. And then use simple words. Don't make this a poem. Don't make this a book, okay, from the 1800s. No big words. Keep it stupid simple. Fourth grade language. Very clear, very simple. So short and clear. That is the first number one thing you need to do with all your text messages. Number two, personalize. This is where custom values in GoHighLevel come in handy. Include names for a tailored field. Example, hi, Sarah, deal, link. And then you can put in the link call to action, et cetera. But this is really important because with text message, it's so much more intimate. Hey, everyone sees text messages. Not everyone sees emails. It's way more like right in your face. So again, you want to make sure you're immediately calling out the person. That way they're like, huh? I mean, you've even seen it when you get a text. It's like, hey, Declan, how are you? And you're like, what is that? It at least piques your curiosity. So use their name and make it in the beginning so they can see it right as it pops up on their phone. Number three, have an urgent CTA, okay? Not a scammy CTA, an urgent CTA. So use action words and time limits. Example, reply yes by 8 p.m. You just want to drive some sort of deadline that they respond quickly. Otherwise, people don't answer, it gets lost, and they never respond because they don't care. If it's a good text message and it has both these things and it's something they want, remember, you're contacting people that want to be here and want your thing. Therefore, it's a little better. Cold is a little different because that's going to cause people just to be annoyed. But most of the time, people are interested in what you have. What this does is it makes people immediately like, okay, I have to make a decision. Because you can get them to make a decision. They'll either do no or they'll do it. When they're in the middle, it's the worst because you don't get anything. You don't get people removed from your list because they didn't like it. If they're in the middle, you don't get anything. So you want to make sure you push them to a yes or a no. It just helps that much more. So these are the three really big tips that you need to make sure that you focus on when you're doing SMS. Make it short and clear. Okay. Personalize it and have an urgent CTA. It's a short prompt you can use for Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, whatever. And it actually works relatively well. And it's this: write a short SMS promo under 160 characters using simple words, personalized with, that's a custom value there. So that will pre-populate the name in GoHighLevel. That way you don't have to put it in every time and it can be different for everyone. Include a clear offer. You're going to plug in your offer. End with an urgent CTA plus deadline. And then you put in your CTA and deadline. Hi, contact first time, 20% off now. Shop now, link. Very simple, very straightforward. You see how simple that is and how easy that is? It's so short. So if you want this, I can drop this down below. Again, this is not something I just drafted off of ChatGPT in 10 minutes. I've actually tested this a lot and I've taken all of my offers and Word docs with all my stuff and I've combined it into one to get this to save you a bunch of time. Feel free. If not, just make sure you follow these guidelines to create your SMS messages. And again, whether this be cold, whether this be sales, whether this be replying to someone buying, whatever it is, follow these and you will not be led astray. It cannot hurt. And this is for all SMS marketing, outbound, inbound, all of it. You follow this rubric and you will be solid, I promise. So one more thing I want to cover before we move into automations and do all this good stuff is just going over why SMS is a lot more intimate than email, because this plays a big role in your strategy. And it's actually why it's a lot different. So the first thing is 98% open rate from SMS versus 20 to 25% email. A lot of people open text messages. It's way more intimate. Again, hence why you need it short and straight to the point. 45% response rate versus SMS, 6% for email. Big difference. 90% of SMS messages are read within 3 minutes. That's insane. There are people that won't get your email for days. Consumers are 8 more likely to respond to a text than email. 8 times. 75% of consumers are okay receiving texts from brands they've opted into. Now, again, we're going to get to appliance later in the video, but that's big. That's really big. You can subscribe to someone's email list and you still won't get through them because they have a gazillion emails. SMS has a 19% click-through rate compared to 2 to 3% for email. So I just want you to understand this because these are real stats. This is from Google, Forbes, Entrepreneur Times. These are real stats from businesses. Understand this when you start doing SMS marketing because it's a lot more intimate. And again, that's why I had you 2 slides back go with this, because it's way different than email and you only have a limited window before people go. So that's why I've taken a lot of time to map this out for you guys, just so you can understand how powerful this is, so you can actually see success with it. Let's go into one of the best parts of the videos, which is automations, which is where you're going to save all your time and build that system that will pay you every single month. So the first thing I want to show you is the basics of SMS automation. Okay, so we're going to come right down to automation and we're going to start with just a blank workflow. So you're going to come here, you're going to click create workflow, and you're going to start from scratch. So the first thing I want to show you in high level is you can basically send a text message after any trigger. So if we pick anything, okay, birthday, contact change, tag added, whatever, we can then add a text message. So as soon as something happens in GoHighLevel, really anything, we can then have an SMS sent out. Huge. Okay, this is like very big because this basically shows you that with anything happening at high level, you can then prompt SMSs being set out. So that's huge because that gives you so much flexibility. Now what I want to show you is certain automations you can use using text messages that absolutely crush. That first one is going to be database reactivation. So we're going to click this right here and we're going to click select a recipe and we're going to scroll right on down to list reactivation. So this is amazing because high level already built it out and now you can add on to it, but they've already done so much work, so it's done for you. But basically what list reactivation is you take a list and go high level. So it's an entire contacts list, and then you put it through this automation. And what it's going to do is it's going to send them an offer. It's going to text them an offer. And then whether they say yes or no, or however they reply, it's going to follow up with different text messages and it's going to branch off into an entire different campaign, which is huge because all you have to do is set this up one time and then you can take people's lists that are old, whatever, inactive, and you can just milk it for leads, sales, et cetera, et cetera. And once you have your text message set up in high level, like we said before, this then becomes possible. Using text message with database reactivation is way more powerful than email. And I'm telling you right now, it is one of the easiest ways to get your clients or yourself, clients or leads or sales fast. And right in here, all you do once you click this is you change out the offers. So you just put your offer in right here, whatever that is. And the cool part is for all your text messages, if you go back to those snippets, remember the snippets we talked about? If we come right in here and we come right into conversations, these bad boys, you can create as many as you want. That way, as opposed to you coming in every automation, having to write this stuff out, you can just click the snippet, whatever it is, and it will immediately populate the automation. And guys, we're going to be using snippets a lot for some of the other automations I show you because it's going to be hands-off, especially when people start coming in and opting into your website or doing whatever, you're going to want to use these. So all you'd have to do is click save action and then make sure that these next steps follow the same rubric. But this is one big automation that you can use immediately once you have text messages that is so much more powerful than email. So the next amazing automation with GoHighLevel is abandoned cart recovery. Guys, this is golden if you have an e-commerce store. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this one right here, abandoned cart recovery. So you come right in here and all you would do is you would click the trigger and you would do abandoned checkout. So you pick how the duration is, whatever you want, the exact product you want, or just everything. And once their cart abandoned, so if they're on Amazon, for example, and they put something in their shopping cart and then they leave, that's leaving it in your shopping cart. And Amazon does this really well. Once this happens, what you can do, okay, if you've collected their info, which I recommend you put a phone number on there, you can actually get rid of this. And what you can do is you can add a text message, okay? And this is just insanely powerful. If you're an e-commerce store or you work with anyone in e-commerce, this will help you get so many more sales. Like this is one of the most powerful e-com automations available because a lot of people will click stuff and then not properly go through it. And with this, it will immediately go back and follow up with them. That way it's making sure that everyone is getting pushed to buy. So the next really powerful automation with SMS that works so well is the reputation management one. So we're going to click this right here. We're going to select a recipe and you're just going to scroll right down to send review request and you're going to click this. What this automation does is this comes in and when someone either is tagged that they're done or they've been, onboarded or they've finished the job you've done, it will then send them a review request, which helps with reputation management. The thing about this one is it's a little bit sparse and it doesn't really have a way of weeding people in and out. And you can add on to this to make it better. But what I use, is this, which is a completely built out reputation management, fully automated workflow. I mean, this thing will fully automate reputation management. You never have to do reputation management. This is so powerful because this will completely automate it. Hands off. You can set up reputation management and then go like this. And it will run on autopilot, saving you time and getting businesses a ton of 5-star reviews. This is insane. And I had this built out and it's just absolutely incredible. It's so in-depth. It will segment people. So if someone leaves a review, if they don't, it'll bring them to one side, the other. That way you're not messaging the same person with the same review request. And if you use text messages with this, which I have, it is a game changer. I mean, it's reviews every day. If you do this for your clients, they will be blown away. because it makes you look like you're doing a lot of work if you're doing reputation management, except you've just set up an automation. So they're like, wow, Declan's doing so much work. Let's keep paying him. This is amazing. Yet you're not doing any work, but you're getting paid every single month. If you want access to the snapshot, you can have it completely for free if you sign up with my 30-day free trial. Go high level link down below, not a 14-day, an exclusive 30-day free trial link where you get access to this snapshot, a bunch of other ones, a private community, trainings on how to sell Go High Level, trainings on how to master Go High Level, access to me, live calls every single week, and so much more. I mean, it's the best community online. I'm telling you, I have so many video testimonials to back it up. And you'll get access to this incredible reputation management snapshot for free. Again, if you are the kind of person that's doing reputation management, this is a must. And when you add text messages into this equation, it's game over. You will just start going through and you'll just get review after review after review. And guess what? You're not doing the work because it's all set up. Remember the saying I said before? Set it and forget it. So those are some of my favorite automations to use with SMS. There's a bunch others. I have a full video on my channel if you don't understand this at all, because what this is going to do is this is going to take your SMS marketing to the next level. Because everything I showed you before, how to create the messages, okay, snippets, all of this stuff. If you add this automations, you can automate this, meaning you can take your hands off, you can remove yourself, and this will do all of the work for you. So if you have any questions on this, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to answer them because a lot of people have, like some questions like, how does this work? How does this not work? But one of the things I now want to show you with SMS marketing for your agency, you can just use database reactivation. That can be huge. Or you can just create it, a simple workflow where you add one in, add one out. By the way, in my free community, if you sign up to Go High Level, I have a bunch of those, so you can check those out. The pre-built out automations for cold SMS is a little different because a lot of compliance involved, but just know that you can do that exact same thing with this, just setting it up and then blasting a list. So now that you know how to set up your phone numbers, how to create basic text messages, and how to automate this, I want to show you a couple more pro tips that will help your SMS marketing so much in Go High Level, because there's a lot of little things that are going to make your automations and everything else work much better. So please pay close attention, because this part is going to really help you fine tune everything to have that well-oiled system. Let's check it out. So now what I want to show you is 4 major SMS pro tips. Like, this will help your SMS marketing so much. And there's some hacks in High Level that I'm going to show you here that are really, really going to blow you away, because they helped me so much and I hope they help you. So number 1 is trigger links. Having trigger links in Go High Level and using them for SMS marketing is a game changer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So what a trigger link is it's a link you create, okay? And when someone clicks that link, a bunch of other things happen. So if someone clicks your link, it would then send them a bunch of text messages. It would then send them, it would then change a contact. It's whenever they click that link, something happens in Go High Level, okay? It can be whatever you want, and you can build this out as much as you want. So all you do is you come and you click add link, you put in the name. So we would do Amazon. Again, this is a complete test. This is not real, but as soon as someone clicks the Amazon link, wherever you have it in your account. So again, this would be for a website, calendar, reputation management review request, whatever it is. As soon as someone would click this link in High Level, it then will trigger a bunch of actions if you set it up right. So check this out. We're going to come to automations. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because you can put any link and make it a trigger link in Go High Level. So if you have a text message and it's going to be, please fill out this form right here, it then can have a trigger link in that trigger link. That way, as soon as someone clicks something, you then can automate. So watch this. Okay, we're going to start from scratch. And what we can do is we can make the trigger link clicked. And we can do trigger link Amazon, boom. And then we can do all kinds of stuff. Send email, send text message. It is so powerful, especially for text message, because so many people just send links, okay? They don't do anything. This can be tracked, so you have real data on your trigger link. You know who's clicking it, but you can then have an action happen after the trigger link gets clicked. This is a very simple way to automate a lot of repetitive things. And so many people never use these. They just get a link and they send it in, and then they try to create this weird duct tape business, where in this, you can just create a link that when that link gets clicked, that trigger link, which I already showed you how to set up, and you can create as many of these as you want. As soon as they click that, it then enables a bunch of other things to happen and Go High Level. Please use trigger links. If you're using SMS marketing, it will change your game forever. Okay, so number 2 on the list is AI chatbot. This is a way for you to never have to ever answer text messages ever again. So if you come into Go High Level and you go right to AI agents, what you can do is you can set up an AI chatbot very easily, right like this. And what you can do when you set that bot, you just click create bot, Okay, you pick what you want, appointment booking, general Q&A, or start from scratch, which can be kind of hybrid both. And all you would do is train it, but you would pick the channel you want to run. So it can answer all of your messages, or it can just do SMS. You'll see in the video, you just train it, you put in the right links to the prompts, you turn it on by clicking autopilot, and you pick the channel, and it will answer every single text message that comes into your account. How incredible is that? So you can set this up so it does it all for you. It's a no-brainer. When I mean all text messages, this is what I mean. You set it up in SMS channel, you come back here, every single conversation in GoHighLevel through the conversations tab that comes in, the AI chatbot will go in and answer every single one of them. That is insanely powerful because you're saving people so much time. People get tired of continually having to message people on their phone. The AI chatbot can plug in very simply and just take over all of someone's text messaging. I highly recommend you watch that video because this will make you a lot of money. This is the future, and a lot of businesses don't have this, and they need it, and you can give it to them now, and they will pay you every single month for it. For this next one, it's going to be maintain your list. This is a big one, and this is what a lot of people skip out on, but this is a way for you to make sure that you're not texting invalid numbers. That's landlines, it's people that opted out, because if you can keep your list segmented, guess what happens? Your response rates go up and you don't get banned. So the first thing you want to do is enable number intelligence. This will save you a ton of headaches. So we're going to come right down to phone numbers. The first thing you're going to do to make sure your list is perfect and functioning well is coming right down to settings, going into phone numbers and turning on number intelligence. So we're going to click advanced settings and we're going to click this right here. This will help a lot with not sending to landlines, not sending to numbers that aren't good. It just helps a lot. Okay, I think there's a small cost to this. I believe there is. Yeah, it's like 0.005 cents. Really cheap. But I would turn this on. It will help a lot because if you're sending to the wrong number and you're not sending, it's going to cost you more money, okay, because you're wasting SMS, but it's also going to hurt you in the long run because you're just blasting random people and then your analytics get screwed up because you got a lot of people in there that don't count. So this is the first thing you want to do. And again, it's settings, phone numbers, number, advanced settings, number intelligence, click that on. The next thing I want to do is set up 2 automations. Okay, one that's going to make sure that any invalid numbers doesn't go, which is like a backup for this. And then making sure people that opt out get removed. So we're going to come to automations and follow along really closely. Come right in here. We're going to click create workflow, start from scratch. So the first thing I want to do is name this SMS list maintenance. Okay, obviously spell that. That's the first thing you want to do, name it, or you can name it, whatever you want, but that's what I'd recommend. The first thing we're going to do is make sure you're not texting random numbers. So we're going to do number validation, very important. What we're going to do is we're going to select and we're going to do number is, okay, and we're going to do not valid and SMS incapable. This makes sure there's no landlines and none of this other garbage in here. Please do this if you're sending text message blasts. This is so important. Then we're going to click save trigger. And then anytime this gets triggered, what we then want to do is we want to come in here. We want to add tag, which would be add contact tag, and we're going to do not text and then save. And then what this is going to do is this is going to basically make sure that these people get segmented to a smart list and they do not get contacted. So you can remove them from the workflow. These people do not get texted. You don't want to be messaging the same people that are in here that are, let's say, a landline or something like that. You want to make sure we move them and get rid of them. So whatever you're trying to do, you can either delete them, whether it's a bigger workflow, changing up the contact, or adding to a smart list. Make sure you do that. And by the way, if you don't understand smart lists or contacts, full video on that, so please watch. But this way, that basically just gets taken away and you don't have to deal with numbers that aren't valid or working, which is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Then you just click save and then you're good to go. So then the next automation is a basic opt-out form, which will keep your list so clean. So the first thing we're going to do is name your workflow. So this is going to be opt-out automation. So the first thing we're going to do though is make a customer replied automation. So what this is going to do is this is going to make sure that when someone opts out, it actually removes them. Because a lot of you guys don't have D&D enabled and doesn't have a lot of stuff, and it opts them out, but it doesn't really opt them out. And then they get text again, and then they get angry and you get banned. We don't want this happening. The first thing you do is add that trigger, which is going to be customer replied. So we click this, and then this is what we need to do. We need to do either contains phrase or exact match. And in this case, it would be exact match, which is stop. Okay, so someone says stop via text, it cuts them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right down here and we're going to do reply channel, and we are going to do S and then save trigger. This way, anytime someone says stop via text message, it removes them. Then what we can do is we can add tag, which you're going to want to do right in add contact tag, and we're going to click opted out. By the way, you're going to want to create that tag. I'm assuming you know how to do that. Opt out. Then what I would recommend you do, if it's a workflow, remove from workflow, or really whatever you're trying to do. It can be delete them, get rid of them, or just keep them in a base to use for database reactivation later. I don't know what you want to do, but if they opted out, you want to respect that because it's compliance laws. But using this will help make sure that when people opt out, they truly get removed from your workflow. Because the last thing you want to do is end up messaging a ton of random people that have already opted out, and that's going to look bad for you, and it's just going to cost you more money. Like, it doesn't accomplish anything. So please set these two up. The fourth and final tip is just sending in drip mode. So this very simply is not blasting too many people at once. It's sending in batches. And I recommend this because if you're just starting out, you can get banned very easily if you break your limit. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you come right down into contacts, okay, and let's say we're going to message some people like this. We're going to select this person, this person, this person, and we're going to send them said text message. Once we pick exactly what we want, we have this option right here. If it's a smaller group of people, we can send at a scheduled time, which is tomorrow, whatever, or we can send in drip mode, which will be in batches where you can pick on each day how much go out at each time. If you're sending to a bunch of people, you want to make sure that you're doing this in batch mode because numbers have limits. Make sure you do that in batch mode. Make sure you send in drip mode if you're doing a lot and warm it up. Trust me, I will save you so much stress if you do this. So the last thing I want to go over now is the most boring part, yet the part that you need to know because it can save you a lot of pain, which is compliance. Okay, so part of compliance is the A2P verification. It's getting A2P verified, but there's a couple other things you're gonna wanna make sure you're doing so you don't get flagged or banned down the road because this actually happens to a lot of people. So the first thing you wanna do to stay compliant is go into your settings, into your sub account, go to phone numbers, and you're gonna come to advanced settings, and then you're gonna click SMS compliance. You want these two boxes checked on. It is very important. You have to have an opt-out message on your text messages. You cannot not have an opt-out message. So make sure you come into settings, you go into phone numbers, you come into SMS compliance, and you have these two checked. Very important. Follow the instructions. Please do that. It's very, very, very important. And a lot of people don't have opt-outs and they get screwed. You don't want that. So make sure these are on. The other thing I'd recommend is you go to the Twilio website and you just read their SMS compliance. I recommend you read this one, the Guide to USS Compliance for SMS. It's on Twilio's website. It's one of the best ones. You can just Google it. Just educate yourself on this. I can't give you the perfect framework because everyone's in a different situation. Every country has different laws. But just research this one, understand what you're going over, and just make sure you have these boxes checked. And then you will be good to go. And as always, if you have any questions, you can drop in the comments down below because I'm here to help you and I want to see you win. So thank you guys so much for watching. At the end of this video, I'm going to pop up a video, okay, that is going to be how to get A2P verified. I highly recommend you check it out because A2P verification is so important. So please go check that out because it will help you so much, and it's gonna pop up right at the end. And again, if you're interested in high level or any of the stuff I have, the bonuses, go right down below, sign up using my 30-day free trial link, and you will be good to go. So thank you again, and make sure you watch that A2P verification video at the end of this video because it will help you get verified. Thank you so much again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.